Hi guys, I'm back up here with another reading for the collective. Remember, all readings are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you can DM me. We can get you set up, come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. Let's go on and start the discussion. As well as let's go and share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? All right, so we got a definition, so we'll do that first. Before we do that, let's go on and address the layout. What's above you is your fourth, fifth dimension, what your higher self really wants you to know in these moments in time, okay? What's below you is your third dimension, what you possibly could be going through in the physical, or advice on how to maneuver in the physical, okay? Overall energy, advice, and light work. All right, collective, let's get it popping, okay? So the definition is isolated, meaning occurring alone or once, okay? So isolated, aka isolation. Occurring alone or once. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, what I'm hearing, right, when I think of that is there's a lot that you can do by yourself, okay? You can do a lot by yourself. This is that energy in these moments in time. Just because you're alone, you're not lonely. This is that energy we're really getting connected with ourselves when we're alone. When we're by ourselves, we do a lot of inner work and inner healing. When you have that space to be by yourself. This is that energy in these moments in time. It's time for us to start viewing that as what it is, okay? Because you gotta understand, half of the world can't be by themselves. It's half of the world can't deal with themselves, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. So being isolated from the world, if God got you isolated from the world, it's because there's some things that God wants us to really look at, okay? All right, let's go and get started in this reading, starting out with what's above us, right? Right, let's keep moving forward. Yeah, because I feel like some of you guys are in a space of asking why, especially when it comes to relationships. Why does things seem like it be on fire and then it goes cold real quick with certain people, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. You have to understand that you're divine. So that being said, God, out of the Most High, is not going to let you mix with just anybody, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. So I notice this a lot with God, okay? So depending on who I'm like engaging with, or etc., God will shut a motherfucker down quick. Okay, so this is that energy. If an individual can't pass, I guess, if an individual can't line up with what God's expectations is, God will let that shit like fizzle out real quick. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time. It's coming from a space that you're just divine. You can't mix with everybody on this plane of existence, right? So this is why it's so important to be in a space of awareness of self. So you're going to have to keep your own self company a lot of times, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of people that's not really on your level, right? So being by yourself is a good time to really understand yourself and know yourself, okay? Why God is bringing who you truly need to be with to you, right? And this could be romantic and non-romantic, whatever your demo is, right? So this is that energy. Yeah, you're being taught how to be self-sufficient, right? Self-reliant on self in these moments in time here. So that being said here, I could recognize a lot of this energy because growing up, God had me isolated, put me in a space of different scenarios, bro. Especially if I can give you the most common is going through school, especially going to a school by my that is new, through high school. I would always sit by myself a lot. I was not really, I can't say that how does that shit go? It's like, before I awakened, I was popular as shit, y'all. Like, everybody wanted to know me. I was in alignment with everybody and shit like that. But as soon as I awakened, because I feel like my, personally, my journey started in 2000, 12, that's when I actually decided to walk towards kind of wake up in a sense. But really, it started taking off in 2018, right? At the end of it, right? But going through that time frame up to 2018 and up and stuff, I was always in a space of isolation, especially when it comes to like school, being by myself. I was always sitting by myself. I never really had friends after freshman year. I've always been by myself, right? This is that energy in these moments in time here. So if you guys are something like me, you guys are kind of used to being by yourself, right? This is that energy. I had acquaintances, but we come and go type of energy, but dominantly spent a lot of time by yourself, right? Like I said, while you're spending a lot of time by yourself, this is where you could really balance out and find who you are. This is where you find that next level with your name on it. This is where you start to understand who you are, the God that you serve, and who you're creating with, or what you're creating, excuse me. This is that energy ascension, right? I'm telling you, you can get a lot of shit done by yourself, right? This is that energy. It's about you really understanding and mastering yourself while you're by yourself. So that being said, being committed to your path, being committed to your walk, and really pushing forward, okay? All right, let's keep moving forward. What's below us? Yeah. You find freedom being alone. Like I've been saying through this whole entire reading, you can tap into that personal evolution of yours in these moments in time when you're by yourself, bro. There's so much shit that you can do by yourself, bro. If you can master yourself by yourself, then you've mastered self, because a lot of people rather deal with other people than to deal with themselves. Deal with their own complexes, deal with their own woes, their pains and suffering, their fucking demons, etc. They rather deal with somebody else than to deal with themselves, right? This is that energy you see. When it comes to being by yourself, you sit with yourself and dive deep within yourself to understand yourself. Yeah, it might be a little challenging at times. Yeah, it might hurt a bit, because that is discovery as well as divine accountability, right? But by you really searching for self, you start to transform and become renewed. You start to let go of a life that you used to have, right? That karmic life, and kind of walk more towards divine life, walk towards God, and start to live by those teachings, at least try to, the closest that you can, because we are human, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. You start to really look at the complexes that you have. You start to aim at, and really, it's kind of like you put a magnifying glass on the actions and behaviors that you be in entertaining. Because I see this card here as like self-sabotage, to be honest. This is that energy. You start to look at your complexes and really look at them and analyze why do you do certain things while you're by yourself, right? Because you can't get distracted by yourself, y'all. You can't. This is that energy. When you're forced to deal with yourself, you start to understand yourself. All right? Let's keep moving forward. Overall energy. Yeah. This is about us standing our ground as we're going through this healing process, understanding what we're needing in these moments in time. Because at the end of the day, after we're done, we're gonna end up on top anyway, because we walking with God, right? You never lose fucking with your higher self. You never lose fucking with God, right? Right. This is that energy. The only thing we take is lessons here. We don't take no L's. We don't take no losses. We don't take nothing like that. We may take lessons, but we take lessons and dubs here. That's it, right? This is that energy. As you're really being patient on the healing that you're doing personally, you're starting to observe like I said, those actions and behaviors. When you sit your ass down, you can see and analyze why you do certain things, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. The more that you dive deep within yourself, you start to raise that confidence of yourself. You start to really take initiative when it comes to balancing out yourself and mastering yourself. You're starting to understand the purpose of solitude, because you start to become renewed when you do that inner work, that shadow work. Because when you're by yourself, if you ain't doing shit, then you fucking up. That's the time you should be getting close to yourself. That's the time that you should be understanding yourself. That's the time you should be doing shadow work, strengthening yourself, strengthening your sword, right? This is strengthening your vessel. That's what you should be doing, right? Ascending, right? This is that energy. When you're by yourself, you should be doing a lot of that inner work. So when you get into a union of some sort, whatever that union would be for you, platonic or romantic, you know how to conduct yourself in it. You know how to, treat other people within it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep moving forward. Advice. It's about us really accepting our folly and understanding it, and really taking the lessons that we need as we're really nurturing ourselves and really building that relationship with ourselves, because we got sadness and isolation. The overall energy, sadness and isolation. Isolation feels, it's an illusion. It's in the mind, bro. I'm telling you, a lot of us feel like, yo, I'm always by myself. God keeps basically removing people out of my life, and what am I going to do? This is a time you should be understanding yourself. There's no reason to be scared of yourself. When you have moments like this, you tap in and really dive deep within yourself and start to love yourself on a whole nother level. You start to understand yourself on a whole nother level. You start to go down a quest, go down a path that you've never been before. Because you got to understand, how do you get into the kingdom of heaven? You got to be childlike. This is like the gates to heaven, right? Whatever that energy is to you, right? This is about us letting go of anything that is not serving us, that's been just filling voids. So this could be addictions. This could be overindulging in people, places, and things here that we're codependent on. This time in isolation away from whatever this is, it's going to help you become a better version. It's going to help you start to fill your own cup up and really release the world, because I feel like the world is on your shoulders. So this is that energy, you're laying your burdens down, right? This is that energy, you're walking slow, taking your time, planting seeds, because it takes time to plant seeds and also to see them sprout here. This is that energy in these moments in time here. It's all about focusing on self-love and self-care when it comes to being by yourself and understanding yourself, okay? All right, let's keep moving forward. Last but not least, light work here. And then we're going to wrap up with your message from the 4 agreements. You gotta understand, it's an illusion thinking that being by yourself is wrong. It's an illusion, okay? This is that energy when you spend all that time by yourself. By time, like, let's say you was doing a lot of that work in the fall, right? Starting of this motherfucking year, right? By coming back to next spring, summer, you gonna be ready to be out on the town. You're going to be ready to really tap into yourself. You're going to be a whole new version. So you're going to have that hot girl summer, right? In the most positive way. We're going to say that in the most positive way, right? This is that energy. You'll start to feel better, look better, even eat better, move better. Whatever lines up with you, right? You start to be in this whole new world like Aladdin as you're coming to this place of completion. There's no more lack anymore. You're tapping into a space of fulfillment. Which fulfillment, when you take the time to deal with yourself, at the beginning it's going to hurt. At the beginning it's going to feel weird. But by the time you get to the finish line, you're going to discover and develop a whole new perspective on how you view being isolated, right? Yeah. You're starting to understand that everything is purposeful. As you're connecting with your covenant, yeah, we got isolation again. Okay, this is that energy. You agreed at this moment to be in that space because there's a grooming energy happening right now to come into this space of recovery. So you guys are finding who you are, really being able to depend on yourself, your own self, individuality, singleness, right? This is the Nine of Pentacles. We all know that this has to do with singleness, also self-love, etc., etc. This is that energy really coming into awareness of your power as you take it slow moving forward, right? This is that energy, you really coming into a space of accepting yourself and moving away from things that is not serving you. This is a beautiful energy, okay? Let's keep moving forward. Let's wrap your reading up with your message from the Four Agreements. Your message is love and respect yourself. You are never responsible for the action of others, but you are responsible for you. If someone is not treating you with love and respect, it is a gift. If they walk away from you, you may hurt for a while, but your heart will eventually heal. Yeah, this energy has to do with, like I said, like God bringing people, or people coming into your life and God is like shutting that shit down. Okay, this is that energy in these moments in time. It's coming from a space that they need you to learn some things solo dolo, okay? Especially, I don't know if y'all deal with that, but I do. I can come in contact with somebody and it'll be fire, and then next thing you know, it'll be cold, and then it'll fizzle out, right? This is that energy in these moments of time. It's coming from you being connected with the divine, you being God's child. We're all God's child, but it's some of us was created and discontinued, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. Especially if you're divine and you really be pushing God's work, you was created and discontinued, okay? They may only want you, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. So it's going to be a slight bit more challenging to keep relationships around because people don't typically be on your level. But there's people out there because there's other divines like yourself, right? But a lot of people typically do not be on your level, right? You're going to meet more people not on your level versus people on your level, okay? All right, that's going to wrap up. I think that's about it. I want you guys to have a good day. Stay tuned for those twin flame readings. Those are coming up right after this. Also, depending on where those are getting posted at, that information will be below in the description on my Instagram, okay? As well as you feel guided or interested in booking a reading, you know what to do. Hit me up, DM me, email me, whatever you got to do. That information will be below in the description. Anything else? Oh yeah, drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys, as well as let's go on and share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? I want y'all to have a good day. See you in a little bit, and bye-bye.